Hello friends, welcome back into the Golden Tee Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. It's been a little while. We were busy in Dallas for the Dallas Holiday Classic and the Player of the Year tournament brought to you by Power Events. Wonderful weekend, long weekend, 53, 54 hole record breaking overtime. So if you didn't get a chance to watch the Dallas Holiday Classic or the Player of the Year tournament, go to youtube.com/Golden Tee and rewatch that. Plenty of wonderful Golden Tee. But today's focus is our Throwback Thursday Daily Contest, $1,200 on Misty Springs. This is a 2008 fun course, sometimes scoreable, sometimes not. This hole 1, for example, not necessarily one that's usually drivable. And if I don't clip these trees, might actually be able to get on there for a long putt. Those of you that are probably using Titans or Streaks might get a bit more out there than I do with grabbers. It's what, 118? All right. Let's see if I can do this. No pressure. Damn it! I suck at flat putts, especially after like 30 feet. That's all right, though. GoldenTee.com/locations to find a commercial Golden Tee Live or Golden Tee PGA Tour game that is updated to 2022. 24-hour contest. Started at 9 this morning, so up until 8:59 Central Time on Friday morning, you can get into this contest. Same setup the entire time. Play as many times as you want. When you see those crazy scores at the top, know that that is after 10, 15, 20, or maybe even more games. And these guys are just so skilled that they are hitting these shots so precisely, especially when they're taking them over and over again. That's why every time, well, let's be honest, especially every time I play crappy, I always suggest that you guys do what I do, which is keep playing, because yes, your score may suck and you may hate the way you play Golden Tee, but you're kind of cutting yourself short if you don't go through and play the rest of that 18-hole contest to see what the setup is, because you could have a 1 better or 2 better the next game. If you don't know what the setups are going to be, you got a better chance of screwing that up. So just a tiny tad bit of advice for me as we get into hole 4. Again, this is a 2008 course, so this is kind of still very early on in the Golden Tee life cycle, kind of in the middle of when Jimsy had some, higher scoring or lower scoring, depending on how you want to speak on that, 2005 and 2007 courses. This starts kind of an upward trend towards more difficult courses. This is not necessarily one of them, but you do get some offset par 5s that you're going to have to get a little tricky on, but should not be an issue as long as you follow, hopefully, what is a simple guide for me. Hopefully not a terrible round for me, but we'll see. Still too early to tell. All right, hole 5 here. Drivable par 4. I'm going to go ahead and actually use a 9.5-degree driver with backspin. Now, with that 10-mile wind, ideally, you want to do exactly what I just did there. Use that rough as a little kick up onto the green, so it slows down when it hits that patch of rough. Slows it down enough that you can kick that spin, get that closer, maybe closer than I did to the green there. Frankly, I was happy to be on the green. Didn't think it was actually going to hit and actually get GSPs there. So happy with that. Hole 6, pretty straightforward par 3. I have super spin clubs. So that is why I hit a high tee G wedge, because I didn't want to run the risk of hitting my ball accidentally too soft and backspinning in the water. High tee is going to take a lot of that spin off. When you have the super spin, it still ignites a little bit of it, which is why I went ahead and chose bite. Hole 7, this is one of those fun par 5s. I don't know if I've ever in all the years I've been playing this course gone straight on here. It's just not reliable or realistic. There's a little patch of green here that if you land here, you can have a clear path with a driver to the green. But frankly, the one I like to go for is over here. We'll We'll see if I can actually get it down there or not. I might have hit that a little bit too soft, which is disappointing. That's the downside of going that way versus the other one. I'm going to try something here. Holy shoot, that actually kind of worked. Hit the mulch. But I guess if you're going to have a tough situation, at least give yourself an opportunity to eagle chip. And that's the biggest part about these contests. Oh, God. Started talking positively and just missed the putt. That was terrible. But the nice thing about these contests is you get an opportunity to really like hone in and refine those skills on some of these courses. You get to hole 8 here. This is a fun par 4. You see there's 4, 5 round oval-shaped tee boxes here. This one I actually kind of like because you get to play with the rocks in the back. So I'm going to low tee a 3-wood. Wasn't intentionally trying to skip it off the water there, but it is possible. Wanted to hit it off of the rock more than I did there. Still, should be easy putt or easy chip in for eagle. Hole 9 here. This is another interesting par 4 because it's not drivable, but you've got these wide variety of tee boxes. And I believe this hole is drivable with one of those farther ones. Doesn't really pertain to our setup here, but just know, like, if you're playing this course in invites or, you know, classic course of the week, prize play, whatever the case is, you could potentially see a much different look there. That shot was going to roll around the cup as many times as it could without possibly falling in. Happens sometimes, that's all right. Hole 10, again, this is also classic Jim Z where the par 4s are a little lengthy. Thankfully, you can use tees here, so we're just going to blast a high tee driver. You've got an elevation change here, so just be careful that when you are picking your clubs for your approach shot. For me, this actually works out because I go from my Super Spin 6 to my 5 hybrid. That somehow went way bit farther than I thought it would. Got the putt in for birdie, though. That is all that matters at the end of it. Putting in for birdie on those non-drivable par 4s, getting the eagles on the par 5s, and the drivable par 4s. Another par 4 that I feel like if it was designed in this day and age, it probably would be a par 5. This one, you probably don't have to get cute like I was trying to do there. You could just lay up. You just want to give yourself enough room to go around the trees and still get a good shot going towards the cup there. Hole 12, fun par 3 here. Bit of an elevation change. You could potentially hit a hard 5 hybrid here. Otherwise, you've got an 8-wood, at least I do in this case. I don't want to really cut the 8-wood. I don't know if I want to hit my 3 hybrid soft. You know what? Let's just go 3 hybrid soft. All right. Little too close to the edge there, but that's all right. Important thing is it didn't go in the water. We'll happily take that birdie and move on. All right, this par 5, this is a fun one. This is an interesting one. You can go out here as far as you can towards those geysers, whatever the hell you call them, in the rough, but then you have some trees in play. But also you have to be careful because you're not going to be able to just crush a 9.5 degree driver here. We're in a unique position where we can actually low tee the 9.5. And as long as you don't hit it out too far, that was cutting it close. As long as you don't hit it too far out to the left, you can get around and out there into the fairway. Again, you still have a tough second shot. Knew that wasn't going to get there, but at least cutting that or hitting that 9.5 degree driver would get me close in chipping range. that was the rare good chip from the fairway for me. I'm happy with it. I'll take it. Hole 14, nothing special or pretty here. Just want to make sure you get that shot out as much as you can. Probably don't need to get as close to the trees as I did, though. This one we're going to just throw that 5 hybrid out there. Take that birdie. Move it along. Now, hole 15, this is another fun one that is sometimes drivable, sometimes not. This is a tough one. It's probably, let's be realistic here, not drivable. But what the hell, let's try something different. I mean, you could basically low tee a driver, try to get cute. It's going to be hard to get under that. And the other thing you got to be careful is if you do not hit a good shot, very easy to hit that little ramp and fly right into the lake. So if you're going to do anything, try to do something similar to what I did. And at least still walk away with that birdie. Hole 16, one of the more difficult par 5s on this course and in this year Golden Tee, 614 yards, although that number seems really off, I gotta be honest. Big high tee, C3. The wind's blowing to the right, so it's okay. Now, this wind's blowing to the right, so it's going to help us. You don't always have that luxury. Sometimes you've got to try to hit it softer. I also hit it too soft there. That is definitely a par 5 where don't feel bad or kick yourself too much if you end up, you know, laying up and just taking the birdie. There's nothing wrong with that, because if you try to get too aggressive like I did, you get in the water. If you don't hold out that chip across the water, you get par. It's a balancing act. Hole 17, another really fun. I mean, that's what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 different tee or 8 different tee boxes. Left 7, 13-mile-an-hour wind blowing to the right. Probably one of the more favorable setups you'll see on this hole 17. Just like that, another birdie putt down the line. And then you get to hole 18 here. Real difficult shot because you can, especially now that you can use tees, you can low tee this. You don't have a lot of room to play with. You could go around. Again, not a lot of room to play with. We're going to see if a low 3-wood will get under. It doesn't really help if you hit the trees on your way to the green. But thankfully, you get a pretty decent drop. Gonna punch that G-wedge with some super spin roll just to make sure it gets up there and stays up there. Taking a par putt, unfortunately, but again, there you have it. Misty Springs 2008 Golden Tee live course. Bit on the tough side, not as scoreable setup as I was hoping. Also a couple mistakes in between. So goldentee.com/locations. Find a 2022 game near you. Play as many times as you want until 8:59 a.m. Central Time on Friday morning. And then right after that, boom, we kick into our Let It Snow Freaky Friday. So, from the Golden Tee Lounge, I'm Kevin Lindsay. Have a good one. We'll see you guys later.